What's up, guys? I'm Garrett, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome back. If you're new, then I suggest you go watch my other video either right now or after this video, because it is a banger, and I ended up catching a pretty big fish, but you're gonna have to watch it to see how I do it. Welcome. If you are new, if y'all have any ideas on what y'all want to see on here, make sure y'all leave it down in the comments, because I really need y'all guys' ideas, and I want it to be the best experience for y'all. So the challenge today is the red versus blue versus purple soft plastic fishing battle. So we're gonna put them all to the test, and let's break down on how this works. Alright, so we have our different arrangement of baits. We have the blue ones, so we have, go ahead and zoom in on those. We have crawl worms, we have some flukes, some curl tails, and then some other crawfish ones. Those are very blue on the back. Then for the red, we got some, we don't have as many, but we do have some long worms, we have some brush hogs, and we have some different worms that are shorter. And then we have the purple, which we have stuff like this, and this, where it has a solid part of it. But basically, I'm going to get 30 minutes with each color, with each color. And so I can use one bait, one version of these the whole time, or I can keep on switching, but it has to be that color during the which color it is, and it has to be a soft plastic. So I can use any of these that are within the time frame. So in 30 minutes I can switch out of any of these baits, but they have to be that color, and I get 30 minutes with each color. So let's get it. So how the battle is gonna work is that we're gonna count how many fish I catch on each of the colors in the 30-minute time period. So if I catch 3 on red, 2 on blue, and 3 on purple, then purple and red are tied. And if I catch the biggest fish in that, so out of all of them, if I catch the biggest fish in red, red gets that fish, the point, and another point. So big fish matter to this too. So the first color we're going to do is red. And we have not too good of a selection for red. We only have 3 baits, but we have these, brush hogs, and some worms. Now all of these baits are going to be on a Texas rig. So let's go ahead and start with some brush hogs. So we got the Texas rig, red brush hog. But let's start the 30-minute timer for red. You can see it 30 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Bam, it's counting down. Let's go ahead, put that away, check on it every once in a while, and bam, first cast underway. And it's actually been raining here lately, almost like a mini storm with like very strong winds. And so hopefully we can get that little storm bite. Alright, let's check on the time. .22, so 8 minutes have passed. So let's go ahead and change our spot, get a little different scenery. Cast by these lily pads. Let it sit just a little bit. Let's flip these pads over here. Not the best, but I'll take it. There we go. It's more like it. Shoot, I just had a bite. There he is. Got him. He's tiny. He's tiny, but that's fish number 1. And something just freaking popped right there. I do not know what that is, but there we go. Fish number 1 for red. Not big by any means, but still counts as a point. She goes. Oh, okay. Bam! Number 1 down. So that fish kind of destroyed my bait, and I'm gonna go get a new one. And for that, we're gonna stop the timer. So that's gonna be a new little rule to the challenge. If I have to change the bait or get a new of the same bait, then timer stops. So we're at about 14 minutes right now. So I stopped the timer. Let's go get rigged up. So this is a point in the challenge where I could switch my bait to one of these two because they're still red and it's in the 30 minutes. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna stay with these, the red bug baby brush hogs, and get to casting. There we go. Alright, so we're at our spot along with the structure. Let's go ahead and start the timer. Bam. There it goes. Missed one. He had it. He pulled it down. Cast it right on top of where he bit it. There he is. Got him. Number 2 on red. There he is. Okay, well, that counts. I got him bored, but that's number 2. And we have about 8 minutes left. I checked right before that cast, actually. So we have about 8 minutes left. Let's do it. Now, since the bait went in the water and I just caught a fish, here's a moment where I can change my bait. Like, I can change my bait throughout the 30 minutes. So I can either stick with the bait I've been throwing or switch to one of the other 2 red baits in the 3 that I have. And I went ahead and stopped the timer because I'm changing baits. And I'm going to the trick worm from Zoom. Now, I could stay with the bait I've caught 2 fish on, but that's kind of boring, and I want new bait. So this is what it looks like. Let's get her rigged up. Alright. Bam. There she is. Rigged up. Let's cast her out there and start the timer. Alright, so timer is started. We have 8 minutes left to fish with red. Let's put it to good use and get us one more. And let's catch a big one while we're at it, because those 2 probably are not going to hold up in the big competition. Changing our position with the worm still tied on. Have about 5 minutes left. Let's get her done. And if we end up having a fish on, and then the timer goes off while we're still rolling it in, it still counts. But we have to have it on our hook before the alarm goes off. Also, guys, if y'all could like and subscribe, that'd help me out a lot. Because this is just like on the side. Obviously, I have a job, and I would really like some support to show that y'all like this, and then I can put more effort into it. But I need to know y'all still enjoy watching this, so please like and subscribe if you'd like to. It'd really help. Let's go around here. Alright, so we have about 2 minutes left, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish it out with the worm. See if it pays off. Try over here and all this muck. Almost feels like my bait's coming to me. There it is. Got him. That is... Oh, that's a beat up fish. Y'all see that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, look how skinny this fish is. This fish is very long, but it's very skinny. This is maybe a pound and a half. Oh, it's so skinny that it's hard to tell. But I thought I felt something. There we go, like right at the buzzer beater. I think we only have like one more cast. It's number 3 for red. Alright, so since the timer went off right after I released the fish, I set it back to 1 minute, because that's about how much time we had left. So I have about 2 casts. So, and the bait's still fine, so let's get it out there. Get 2 more casts in. Recast that back out there. Let's see. Yep. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Last cast. But I can't drag this thing out. I have to just do it like I've been casting it. That's red over with. So, done with red. We caught 2 on this one, 1 on this one, and we didn't even throw this one. Now, it's time for blue. So for blue, we have 2 types of crawl. We have a Zoom, a trusty sapphire, and then we have one that I've never really thrown. I've obviously thrown 2, but I don't think I've really ever caught a fish. I use these mainly for trailers, but they work good. Then I got culprit. I actually caught one in a tournament on these, but we didn't place. So, and then I got some trusty old flukes. Now these are technically watermelon, but like a majority of it is blue. So give me a break. So now we're gonna decide which one we're gonna start with, and out of the blue, and this one is the one we're gonna start with. Now I would start with this one because it's trusty Zoom, but we only have 2, which sucks. But we have got a bit of these, and these are also technically green. But I mean, just look at that. That's a blue, and plus blue are kind of hard to find. So we have our blue. Let's tie it on and get to fishing. See if it can beat red. Bam, there we go. The blue part's facing out. Let's go ahead and braid this. Bam. So these can flap freely. And let's go ahead and get the timer started. Alright, so 30 minutes on the clock. And 3, 2, 1, start. Blue crawfish, or something that looks like a crawl. I don't know what it's called, but first cast. See if it can beat red. Alright, so we're making our first move with 3 minutes off the clock, almost exactly. But yeah, had some luck in here, right here in the pass with soft plastic. So we're gonna see if we can duplicate that right here. Check the time. 7 minutes, a couple more casts, and then I'm gonna switch to maybe the fluke or something of that nature. Alright, check the time. 11 minutes, so let's go ahead and back and change. So, we're switching baits. We're going from the little, what do they call it? They call it an exopod. So, we're going from the exopod the simple fluke. And we're going to keep the Texas rig because we're just going to reel it. So, more like a moving bait. So, let's see how that works. Alright, got the fluke out. Nice and blue. Like I said, this one's technically green, but I mean, look at all the blue on it. It's basically blue. Bam. There we go. And as always, we're going to go ahead and start on the dock. Cast it out there. Cast beautifully. Like I said, we're just going to reel it nice and slowly. We might do a couple pops, but... Alright, I'm taking the weight off. Stopping the timer. For reference, we have 17 minutes left. So let's go ahead and tie that on. Alright, so I got the weight popped off. Now we're just tying on the hook. Turtle's in here. Alright, there we go. Weightless. And let's go ahead and start the timer. $17 minutes left. Here we go. I don't really know why. I've never really fished a fluke, or maybe like a couple times in this pond, but this pond is perfect. Yes, tons of muck. Go ahead and change spots. Back to the bench we go. Do a little time check. 9 minutes flat. So, 9 minutes to get my stuff together. Alright, we're making a game time decision with like 3 minutes left. So go ahead and stop the timer. Alright, stopped at 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. We're changing to something. We're changing to the culprit with the Texas rig. Let's start the timer back up. Bam, there we go. Alright, and let's finish this cast out. Nothing on the blues. Let's see if purple can do any better. So we've done the red, we've done the blue. Now it's time for the purple. So now we're choosing which bait we want to start off with, which is very important. And the creature bait seems to be hitting. I mean, we just fished a good bit with the trick worm, or with the curl tail, and we didn't end up catching anything. So we're gonna use this Bass Pro Shop Tournament Series, like purple. That's what it looks like, nice and purple. All right, now let's go ahead and start the timer for purple. And first cast, feeling pretty good. I think I'm just gonna work this like a crawl worm or a brush hog. Let's go ahead and go down here. So, the phone ended up dying, so I'm gonna have to use different phone, different camera. So I'm gonna fish a little bit because I didn't really realize it died. I think it was dead for like 2 or 3 minutes, so we're just gonna fish for 2 or 3 minutes and then we'll start the timer back again. But it all works out. That's gonna do it for us today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It looks like red won. I don't know if that's because, you know. And also, don't come after me because, yes, there's different things that make a color better. But we're not scientists, and this is not for perfection. This is simply just like a little thing that I'm doing, a little challenge to see which one performs better. Yes, the environment they perform better with different environments. Yes, this one may have favored a different bait. Yes, I didn't have the exact type of baits for each color. But that don't matter. I still caught some fish and I still had some fun. So I hope y'all did too. And if y'all want to see more content like this, make sure y'all like and subscribe. And see y'all guys later. Peace.